Yes. Welcome in, everyone. Good morning, Saturday, February 25th, 2023. As always, I'm your host, D Rock, and I am joined each and every episode by my co host, our NBA guru, partner in crime, Elvis Acosta. How you doing this morning, kid?
I'm doing great, Dylan. Besides being a little freezing outside, North Jersey expected some snow
Oh
slight
my
snow this
God.
morning, Dill. So I ain't really too worried about it, Dill. But this freezing temperature gotta go. You just came back from Maryland. Heard it was amazing down there. And look, and you coming back to this, Dill. I apologize. New Jersey's not being great right now to any of us.
Elvis, I was down there for a few days on the DMV, and it was nice. I go outside, sun shining, and I go check on the weather app. It says 74. I check New Jersey, where we're from. It says 40. I said, there's a 30-degree difference between 3 hours.
Yeah,
And now it says it's about to be 24 and snowing outside.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Grab
If
your
you don't,
coats.
yeah, if you don't believe in climate change, just look outside, folks. But otherwise, it's good to be with you, kid. We got a great episode. It's short, sweet. We got a lot of a lot of picks for you guys today. NBA is back. We'll have some plays there. College basketball, we'll hit that. I got a lot of plays for you today, and we're gonna dive into the XFL a little more until it's very interesting. I feel like Elvis likes it a little bit. I like it. We just gotta get a little more sample size under our belts to get it really a hone of it. But got some plays there as well. But Elvis, we got to start last night. NBA. First, we'll talk about the team. How did you guys lose to the Bulls by almost 45 points?
Well, Dill, it's kind of simple. It's just the start of the game. I watched the first, I'm gonna say 6 minutes of the game. We
Mhm.
started the game 0 for 8, 0 for 9. The Bulls started the game 5 for 6. By the time it was like 7 minutes in the fourth, it was already like 18 to 4, 18 to something. And I was just like, you know what? I got better things to do with my time,
Yeah.
So I ended up shutting it off. And then, like the good friends I have, they're just sending me messages, sending me pictures, this. I'm like, all right, don't worry, it's
You're keeping
fine.
receipts.
I'm keeping receipts. It's fine, Dylan. It's
Yeah.
fine. The New Jersey Nets are not favored to win any championship. We're not in no championship talk. We're just a solid team, Dill. So I'm okay with that.
Will you always be the New Jersey Nets to you?
Yeah, I always do be the New Jersey Nets because when I was a kid, I just drove 20 minutes to go to a Nets game. Now, I
Yeah.
got to sit through an hour of traffic. So I'm always going to be a New Jersey Net fan. Yeah, they're in Brooklyn, but in my heart, they're New Jersey Net. Like, if I ever made it to NBA, I would love to play with the Nets.
I mean, besides Cam Thomas, he's a nice little piece. I think he's gonna be a good player, at least a good scorer down the road. He's a good scorer now. But other than that, you got no really help. Devory Finney Smith, 2 points. Nick Claxton, 7 points. Spencer Dinwiddie had 2 points. So guys that you really needed to step up. Cameron Johnson only had 10 points. Mikal Bridges was 13. Hey, little did you know, Seth Curry coming off the bench, 19 points. But other than that, it was tough sailings. Patty Mills didn't play. Royce O'Neal didn't have a good game at all. So
Nobody had a hope. Dill, when I saw
yeah,
them start 0 for 8, Dill, I knew something was wrong.
seemed like last night a lot of blowouts, right?
Yeah,
Cleveland
Cleveland.
blew. Yeah, Cleveland got blown out.
Don't let the final scores fool you, people. It was
Yeah,
way worse than what the final score were.
100%. And Golden State, they blew out Houston as well. Phoenix had a nice win against OKC. Hornets, good win on the road against Minnesota. Knicks, good win on the road as well. Julius Randle had 46. That man is, I don't know why
Brunson
he could.
clutch bucket.
Yeah. So, and we got to talk about it. Sacramento Kings, Clippers, 176 to 175. It's the second highest scoring game of all time. Just no defense whatsoever. De'Aaron Fox had 42 for the Kings. Kawhi had 44 for the Clippers. It was insane, back and forth, but no defense. What's wrong and what has to change, Elvis?
Well, defense being played. You gotta have a defensive minded coach, defensive minded team. Starts there, Dill. But overall, I think it was just the first game back for these teams, and they just was on cruise control. That's what you could say, Dill. The fact that it was 150, 150, I think 150, 153 to end
Yeah.
the regulation.
Yeah.
That's just wild. Like, forget the final score. 153 to 153 at the end of the fourth quarter is wild. There's no need. There's no reason teams should be averaging damn near 40 points a quarter. Like, that's insane. So they gotta clean it up, play a little harder defense. Hey, maybe they didn't really try that hard on defensive side of the ball first game back after the All-Star break deal. But to make it clean cut, Dale, I hate to say this, Dale, but if Russell Westbrook doesn't have 7 turnovers, Clippers win this game.
Hey,
that's all I'm gonna say.
Don't kill the messenger. You're the one who just said it.
That's all I'm gonna say, people. Because I try to tell y'all, I like the addition. He's a true point guard. He could help, but how can he bring those turnovers down? Look, 7 first game as a Clipper, not surprising at all.
No, and that eventually you could argue that's what lost them the game.
Yeah, that's exactly what lost us the game. I didn't even watch the game, but if Russell Westbrook has 3 turnovers instead of 7, you win the game.
100%. So unfortunate there, but yeah, we got to see a little more defense. I think they were thinking they were still playing in the All-Star game, just no defense being played. But other than that, the NBA did come back on Thursday. Hey, I took 4 props, wrote an article, went 4-0 on props. So I think I'm seeing the board pretty well. Took Jaylen Brown over 2.5 assists against the Pacers. He hit that. I took Jason Tatum over 2.5 assists, over 2.5 turnovers. Excuse me. He's been turning the ball over a lot as well.
He's a turnover machine, though. Him and Russell Westbrook up there. Trae Young, those 3 right there, up there.
What else did I hit? Our boy Michael Porter Jr. over 2.5 threes. He hit 7 threes against Cleveland that night. They won 115 to 109. Another triple double by the Joker.
He's not gonna hit another 3 for the rest of the week.
Hey, he hit it for me. That's all I care about. And then the last one, it was Josh Green of the Dallas Mavericks over 1.5 threes. So went 4-0 on props. So seeing the board pretty well. We got some NBA plays as well, but some news. The guy Dan Schneider, he will not Dan Schneider. I'm thinking of fucking NFL. Jesus Christ. What's his name? Quinn Snyder. Thank you. Quinn Snyder is in talks. He will probably be the new head coach for the Atlanta Hawks, ex-Utah Jazz coach. And I thought he did a really good job in Utah. I think it's a good fit for Trae Young and that Hawks team. He's expected to get around $8 million per year, according to Shams. So some decent money, I think. And, the Jazz parted ways with him back in, I think, 2021. He all-time for the Jazz since 2014, his record with the Jazz, 373 and 264. And he made the playoffs 6 out of 8 seasons. So he was a good coach. They made some runs in Utah. And, Donovan Mitchell really didn't want to be there towards the end. He kind of forced his way out. But how do you like the new move for the Hawks? And what do you make of them firing their ex-coach? Do you think he was the scapegoat?
I think he was the scapegoat, Dale, because you got to understand, Nate McMillan, he came in and did a tremendous job 2 years ago leading this same team to the Eastern Conference Finals. Remember, nobody expected Atlanta to win. Well, maybe a few people had them beating your Knicks still, but nobody had them beating Philly.
You did.
Yeah, I did. But not too many people out there had them beating the Knicks. I had them beating the Knicks, and I especially didn't have them beating Philly. So that was surprising. No, and Nick Midland, you got to give him credit for that. He did those things. Him and Trae Young have been butting head all season long. Maybe they've been butting head since last season. Who knows? But the reports came out this year, and guess what? When you have a conflict between your superstar player, who's going to be your franchise for the next 10 years easily, and then a head coach that's always replaceable, though, you're going to tend to replace the head coach still. You don't want to get rid of these superstar players because there's not too many of them out there. There's 32 teams. There's not 32 superstar players. So I think Trae Young, even though he wasn't an all-star deal, he's still one of the elite talents we have in the NBA deal, and you can't just let that go. You got to keep him happy. Got to pay the man and get him a coach he's going to bond with, and that might be, Quinn Snyder.
Yeah, his record with the Hawks, Nate McMillan, 99 and 80. So, I thought he did a good job. He stepped in after a hard situation, and for whatever reason, I don't know what it was, but him and Trae Young just didn't get along. For whatever reason, there were so many reports of them butting heads, getting into arguments. but you know what it is? I mean, they were 29-30. They were in 8th place in the East, and they just, I don't know, they just needed a change, and they weren't gonna let go Trae Young. So it was the coach who had to go. Even though I could argue Trae Young was part to blame in this. Am I
No,
wrong
no,
on that?
I'm not gonna say he's innocent. All I'm gonna say is when you have a conflict between your head coach and your superstar player, you gotta go with the superstar player. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. So that was really the only news in the NBA. Oh, I do want to talk about this that caught my eye as well. So Bucks win 128-99 against Miami, but you know, I just don't understand why they're rushing, especially Giannis back. Maybe Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, no disrespect, but if they want to rush them back, so be it. But Giannis, you rush him back, he leaves the game with a knee injury, and he's going to be out for a while now. It looks like he's going to be out for at least 2 to 3 weeks, and he just got back from his sprained wrist injury. So he comes back, re-injures his knee, and he might be out. They're looking like another week or two. They're going for MRIs today, so we'll see. But just an awful decision, in my opinion, by the Milwaukee Bucks to trot him out there for a game that really didn't mean anything to them in the long grand scheme. Miami Heat's not a good team, so why are you trotting out Giannis back? So I didn't like the decision of him coming back. Then he gets hurt, and now you're going to be out with him for another 2-3 weeks. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, I don't think too much of it. It happens. It's just an injury deal. If I'll agree with you more, say if he re-injured the left wrist or whatever deal, but
Yeah,
it was just like a bang. I don't know if you saw the play when it happened, but he was just trying to get position on Bam, and he just came up a little wobbled. So I don't know if they banged knees or he just tweaked it a little bit deal, but if I don't know if you saw the play deal, but when you see a play like that, there you could just tell it was just an accident. Like I don't know if him and Bam ran into each other or he just tweaked it a little bit, Dill. And those things they happen, Dills. If he would have sprained his wrist again or possibly made it worse, I would agree with you 100%. But you can't account for a little nicky knack injury like that. It ain't nothing serious, but clearly is enough where Giannis walked straight to the locker room.
yeah, and I understand it wasn't the wrist re-aggravated, but he did miss a total of 11 games this season due to a sore left knee, and and now it's his right knee that's hurt. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Though you can't just that was just a nicky knack little injury. Though and the way it happened, it was
odd.
It was odd. So you could tell it could just be like bone on bone or something there, Dill. I don't think it's nothing major, but it's enough to where he just walks straight to the locker room. We don't see that a lot. He calls out and he just walks straight to the locker room. So hopefully nothing too serious, but Dill, I do understand your concerns.
And I think you hit it on the head where he's a tough guy where if we bang knees where you're playing pickup ball and you're like, it's like that Peter Griffin. Like it hurt for a few minutes, but
30 seconds.
It had to have hurt that much where he's walking to the locker room and not returning.
Yeah. He didn't even try to sit down. Yeah.
Yeah. So unfortunately, I just wanted to get your opinion on that because I don't know. It just rubbed me the wrong way. And it sucks when one of the best players in the league can't return due to some knick-knack bang that happened. That, to be honest, shouldn't have happened. But other than that, how was your week? I know it's only been 2 days back into the NBA, but how have you been the last 2 days?
Positive though. We last 2 days. Well, let's do last 7 because that's really everything. Last 7 days, 6-3. I think I got one college win in there, so we're doing good though. Just sneaking back into the NBA. Had a great first day back Thursday. Went 3-1. Yesterday 2-2. So we're gonna step it up today, people.
That's what I like to hear. So last night went clean the board 3-0 on my college plays. I actually had two winning days in a row for college, but overall last 7 days 19-18. I'm even. It's 0.50 my units. So I'm right there, right in the grand thick of things. So no better time to turn it around than this weekend. We got a lot to talk about. We got college plays, we got NBA, and we got the XFL coming in. Are we allowed to track them as well? Do you know on the app that we use? Can we track them on the? Yeah, we can.
Still, look.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Look, Orlando.
Oh, XFL.
Come
Okay, I
on,
just
Dale.
saw it. Let's go. Let's transition to the college slate. We got a lot. There's like over 100. How many games do we have? 130 games today in college, but I got 8 plays. I'll just rattle them off. Elvis, do you have a dog today? Because I want you to go first because I feel like every time I go, you just pick a dog of one of my favorites. So I'm not doing that this time.
Yeah, Dale. I actually been pretty good with the dogs. 3-1 overall in the last month. All plus money, by the way, people. Not sure how many units I'm up, but I'm definitely up units, people. Today, I'm picking a dog, even though they're a favorite. They'll, in my eyes, they're a dog. Unranked team at home versus one of the best teams in the country. Give me North Carolina over Virginia, Dill. At home, it's a little chalky. I got it at minus 145. You can shop around, people. I'm right now seeing it at minus 150. If you want to lay the -3, by all means. Me, I'm not that guy. I want to go in and out, get a victory, make some money, and have some little money for later, deal. So give me North Carolina on the money line. Dog of the day. Even though they favorite on the money deal, we know they're an unranked team, people. Let's go Tar Heels.
Oh man. All right. Let's start it off with me. 12 o'clock at me, TCU plus 2.5 against Texas Tech. A lot of unders I have today. So we'll start with the first one. Arizona and Arizona State under 153.5. Give me Kansas State and Oklahoma State under 143. Take Mississippi State money line against Texas A&M. Give me the Cavaliers, Virginia +3 against the Tar Heels. I'm going head to head again with Elvis. Give me the Gators and Vanderbilt under 147. My alumni Towson Tigers against UNC Wilmington under 134. And then the last play, University of Milwaukee +1.5 against Cleveland State. Elvis, remember back in the day, I think maybe when we first started the pod about 2-3 years ago, Cleveland State was like one of my teams. I just kept backing them. They were a wagon. They
Yeah, they
covered
were.
so many good.
Yeah. I remember you kept taking them plus 7.5, 6.5, 8.5. They just kept losing by 3, 4, winning some of them.
That Cleveland State and Oklahoma State, when Cade Cunningham was there, they were my favorite teams to back because they didn't start well, but they always finished and winded up covering. So gotta love it there. Any other college plays before we transition to the NBA?
No, Dale, I don't like to force anything. I'll be like I said, I'm 3-1 with just one hit of Curtis Dale. Let's just continue that.
Yo, if you could get, what are you, 3-1 on dogs?
3-1 on dogs. It all started with Murray State. So, we're doing good.
I think it kind of messed you up now, though. You picked a favorite now. You ruined the trend.
Yeah, I've ruined the trend. This is the first favorite I ever picked since I've been doing college plays. This is one pick. But Dale, you know what? The main reasons why I picked these picks and give it to the people. One, free money. Two, one of my favorite things in all of sports is one, the marching band in every football game, and two, storm the court when you upset them. So, Dale, let's just storm the court in Carolina tonight and have a huge party tonight.
You just want to see people storm the court, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, I love that's the thing in college football. I love the bands every touchdown. Love the bands, and then college basketball. I think every game you got to storm the court.
I think it would be more interesting if NFL teams had bans.
It'll be tough. I agree, Dill, but
it's more of a college thing. I agree.
It's college, but I wouldn't be against it.
No, you would be up there conducting it.
Like next time we go to the Jets Patriots game, I'm gonna try to sit next to the band.
I know when I go to Raven games in Baltimore, they have a band. Remember, I send you like videos. They have like a band cut off on the side, and I was like, Elvis would love the fucking band right now.
I'm telling you, bro. Like me being at the age I am now, I wish I could go back to my 10, 12-year-old self and be like, yo, join the band. Because I used to play the drums, but I wish I would have actually took it serious and not just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this just so I could get out the class right now.
If you could go back, would you join the band?
Yes, I'll go all state. I'll be down south somewhere at HBCU. And I'll be killing it, bro. I promise you, bro.
Kind of like Drumline, right?
Yeah, something like that, bro. Because I don't know. Like, I just always liked the band, and I just wish I could go back in time and be like, yo, take it serious, because, hey, you enjoy it. It's fun. And, hey, you could possibly get a scholarship doing it.
Yeah, it's crazy how you could get scholarships to be in a band nowadays. But yeah, HBCU going down to Howard U. That'd be lit going to the.
Bro, telling you, bro. I want to be on a band. No cap.
Hey, it's never too late to pick something up. But hey, is that a Rocket Power shirt?
Yeah, it is. You like that? It's dope. Vintage.
Vintage 90 kids. Only we would know about that.
Not so many people in this world know what Rocket Power is, people. Great show.
Yeah,
Great show.
great show. Wow, that brought back memories. I was contemplating if that was Rocket Power, but yeah, no, it is. Let's get back on track. Before we get to the NBA, let me tell you guys about our sponsor, Viva Tequila. Viva Tequila is the most refreshing hard seltzer on the market, hands down. It is no wonder why Viva was voted #1 hard seltzer in the world by San Francisco World Spirit Competition. With only 88 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and 4.5 ABV, Viva is the perfect drink for your post-game celebration, as it was created with that active lifestyle in mind. We flavor our tequila seltzer because flavor is the spice of life, and we like our drinks with just a kick, just like how we like our lives, whether it's Huckleberry playing around the golf with the boys or an elderberry after a Saturday watching XFL with the boys. It doesn't matter. Our flavors pair perfectly with that Artisanal Blanco tequila for that subtle but refreshing drink. Our belief here at the Dream Wager and at Viva is to live long, live well, and live it up. All right, Elvis, let's get to it. We only got about, we got 7 games on today's NBA slate. Let's start with the early one. We got a 12 p.m. Eastern start time in Detroit at the Palace. Pistons hosting the Raptors. Raptors laying 7 on the road, over under 228. Any play in this one for you, kid? You're on mute.
I apologize, Dill. And to be honest, Dill, I think you gotta lean Detroit +7, Dill. I have no official play here, Dill, but Detroit +7 at home. I think they could possibly cover that, Dill. Toronto, they're good, but the talent is there. I like the players they have, though. They just happen to equal to winning games. So that kind of worries me. Like, it wouldn't shock me if Toronto wins this game. I expect them to win this game. But I do think Detroit can make it close, still. So I'm going to lean Detroit +7 at home, still. No official play, but I'm going to lean them +7.
Yeah, I mean, I would lean them as well. Fred VanVleet is out for Toronto, and I know Detroit's not that good, but at home catching 7 points, it might be a good spot for them early. It's a 12 o'clock start time. Maybe the boys don't want to play early on, so I agree. I like that +7 for Detroit. Let's go on to the next game. Orlando Magic hosting the Indiana Pacers. Magic laying 2.5 at home, over under 232. What you're playing this one?
Dude, you know how in the early season I was loving this Pacers team. Even you came around. They fell off out the fucking map, Dill. I don't know what's going on, Dill. Maybe, hey, they were like, fuck it, let's just, sink for a draft pick. I don't know what it is, Dill. As soon as they gave Miles Turner his contract, they just gave up on winning, Dill. So I kind of lean Orlando. I'm sorry. I love this Pacers team. I think could be great, possibly a playoff team next season. I thought we was going to see that this season. I remember at one point, this team was the 5th seed. I gotta lean Orlando, Dill. I'm not no official play once again. I apologize for that, but I'm gonna lean Orlando money line -130.
Yeah, honestly, I laid the -2 with Orlando. Pacers they're not having a good February. They've lost 2 of their last 3, and they're 12-16 on the road. I just can't trust them on the road. While Orlando, they might not be the best team sitting at 25-35, but they're 17-13 at home. They defend their home court pretty well.
And remember, they went on that stretch still. They was winning some games. Remember, we was even taking them. Curtis put us on. Remember, they won like 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10 for one stretch.
Yeah, no injuries. Paolo Banchero's balling. The Wagner brothers, they're a good addition as well. Cole Anthony's actually picked it up a little bit as well. But yeah, they're beating good teams like Denver.
Markelle Fultz is playing. He looks, I know, Dill, but hey, he's actually playing good. Let's just say he's playing good. Not number 1 pick worthy, but he's playing good.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I agree with you on the play. I laid the 2 with Orlando at home. I think that's the right spot. Let's go out to Charlotte. The Hornets on a back-to-back. They will host the Miami Heat also on a back-to-back. Miami laying 5 on the road. Over-under is around 226.5. You got to play for this one, kid?
Yeah, Dill. I know it's a little rich people, but I will suggest to add it on parlay, Dill. Give me Miami on the money line, Dill. I think this is a must-win game, just because you got embarrassed last night with against the Bucks with no Giannis. Giannis left the game second quarter, so you basically got destroyed off the floor with no Giannis in the second half, Dill. So I think Miami got to go out there and I want to say a must. Honestly, I'm gonna call it a must-win game, Dill, because you can't just get blown out against the Bucks without Giannis, and then also lose to the Hornets the following day. Deal. I think that would just be a bad start after the All-Star break. Deal. So give me Miami on the money line. I will say lay the 5, but both teams coming off of back-to-back. I think they're gonna just try to get the victory. Deal. So give me Miami on the money line. Add it to a parlay, people. Add it to something else you feel confident in. Because -1, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna advise you to put money on -190.
No, that and both teams traveling. Charlotte traveling from Minnesota, big win actually on the
Yeah.
road. They beat a pretty good team, I think, and Charlotte's not that good. So
They did the Lakers a favor, adding a
yeah,
lost caller to Timberwolves.
let's go to the Lakers. So yeah, you know what it is. I'm on the same boat. I can't lay, even though it's 5 points. I can't lay with the
Yeah,
Heat,
yeah. Me neither. I'm
especially
not there
after
yet.
losing how they did without Giannis. And it's not like he went down late. He went down in the first quarter.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I agree with you. If you do want to put him in a parlay piece, let's go to my Knickerbockers. New York Knicks home hosting the New Orleans Pelicans. Knicks laying 2.5 at home. Over under is at 224. Gonna continue to ride with my Knicks.
Dill, I like your Knicks. I've been backing them recently,
Oh,
Dill.
don't hurt me, bro.
But I think I'm gonna take the Pelicans +3, Dill. I think y'all
All
win a
right.
close one. Dill. But I'm gonna take the Pelicans on the road +3, just because, Dill. I think they're gonna go up there and match up well. I think
All right.
defensively they match up well, especially with Brandon Ingram. Y'all don't have an answer for him, but I do think y'all could win a close one.
They don't have an answer for Julius Randle or Josh Hart or
You got to
Jalen
chill.
Brunson.
Jalen Brunson, I give you Jalen Brunson. Julius Randle, he has been hot, Dill, but we both know he's one of the most wishy-washy players in the NBA.
Hey, it's your own demise. I'm laying the 2.5 at home. I think we're striding in the right spot right now. And I can't trust New Orleans. They just lost to the Toronto Raptors, who we both don't think is a good team. Pelicans, not a good road team, 11-18. I don't know. Knicks last 10, 7-3. I think we're rolling right now. So I'm gonna take my Knicks at home. I think it's a good spot for them. Let's go to Memphis. Memphis hosting the Denver Nuggets. Memphis -2 at home, over under 235.5. Before we get into the game, did you see I think maybe the first 5 minutes of the game, Dylan Brooks goes right at James Harden. Is he the next Draymond Green?
No, because Draymond's a champion.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's disrespectful to Draymond.
that
That's disrespectful.
Can he be the net Pat Beverly? Nah, he's better. He's way better than Pat Beverly. Dill, I think he's just trying to play sight games with one of his opponents. Dill, I think that's what it is. He try to get to your head and try to throw you off your game, Dill, because you got to give him credit. He is a pretty good defensive player. It's just he do pick up a lot of
He fouls out
unnecessary.
a lot because he's
Yeah.
he's holds you.
Yeah, and Dill, I agree with you 100%. Dill, like I said, I just feel like he try to get in some of these players' head, and sometimes it works out for them, and sometimes it doesn't, because some of these players will respond to you and give you a 30 piece.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just think it gets to a point where a lot of people, especially the stars in the league, they're not going to respect you. And every time you foul them, they're going to take it personal, like James Harden did. It
Yeah,
wasn't even a hard foul. That's the thing. But he fouled them. He kept holding them. And then James Harden was like, dude, like, well, what are we doing here? It's not street ball. Like, you can't keep just holding me. And to be honest, he might be an all right defender, but I don't think he's overall a good player at all. And I think he does that because I think he fouls because he knows he's not a good player. And that's the only reason he's in the league, is because he could play semi defense. So I don't know. I think the guy's a bum, and he's putting all Dylans in a bad name. Like,
no,
he doesn't even spell it right. D-I, that's not even Dylan. That's like Dylon. So I don't respect him at all. But to the game, I'm gonna take the +2.5 with Denver. I mean, I just think they're a way better team. Memphis, they're young. You texted me the other day, like, yo, I'm fading this team. Like, just can't trust them down the stretch. I know Jaws a fantastic. They're at home where they're really good. They're 17-11 at home, but last 10 games for the Nuggets to the 1 seed, they're 8-2. Joker, I don't think they have an answer for Joker. I think Jared Jackson, he's good, but Steven Adams is good, but they can't stop the Joker. So I think we actually see a blowout. I don't understand this line at all. So I took them +2.5, and I would also take them on the money line. What do you got?
Yo, give me Denver Nuggets money line +114. Deal. Like I said, like you just said, I'm fading the Grizzlies for the rest of the season. Any playoff team in either conference are gonna beat the Memphis Grizzlies. I saw enough. Memphis Grizzlies was up, I think, 19, 18 points against the Philadelphia 76ers. It just completely choked it away, Dill. I saw that the last 5 minutes of that fourth quarter because I got an alert saying it's a game. I thought they were blowing the 76ers out. I took them +4. Would have went 4-0 on Thursday. Thank you, Ja. Thank you, Memphis. Thank you, Dylan Brooks, for not able to score more than 3 points in the last 3-4 minutes of the game. Can't draw a foul. Can't get to a bucket. Can't knock down a mid-range. Yeah, when it's crunch time, y'all can't find a bucket. Y'all just rely on John Morant to pull something out of his bag. And guess what? He tried to do that and got his shit sent by Embiid. So,
wow, what a block.
Yeah, what a block. I seen it and I was amazed.
Yeah.
Y'all got to move the ball better. Y'all need a true point guard because Ja just rushing to the rim and possibly drawing a foul ain't it. Dylan Brooks, you can't rely on him to make a late shot. He's not it. So, when I see somebody consistently able to drop buckets in the last 3-4 minutes of the game, maybe I'll start riding Memphis again. But till then, I'm off them. Give me Denver on the money line, and you'll be stupid to bet against them.
And no disrespect to Ja, I think he's a top 10, maybe top 15 player, but
he's just not a closer.
He's not a closer one, and he plays a lot of ISO ball, which we know Elvis doesn't win long term in the NBA. You need
Look
to
at James Harden in Houston, averaged 33 points for 4 years. Where'd that got him?
Exactly. Let's go to James Harden and the 76ers. They will host the Boston Celtics. It's a kind of a pick 'em right now. Boston's a short favorite, -120 on the money line. 76ers a little home puppy, +102. Over unders at 225. Only guy out for the 76ers is Dwayne Dedman. But other than that, everybody is a go. I kind of lean Boston here. I think they are the right favorite. If you don't want to lay the -1.5, I'd take them straight up on the money line. But I think just overall, I think they have the best players: Tatum, Brown, even Williams, Smart. I don't think they could match up with Tucker, James Harden, Embiid. Embiid's going to go off, but other than that, I don't know. I like Boston here, 7-3 in their last 10. What worries me is their road record. They're 500. They're 14-14 on the road, Boston, while Philly at home, one of the best teams at home, 22-10 at home. That worries me a little, which is why I think it's close to a pick 'em. But on paper, like you love to say, I think just Boston's the better team. So I'm going to ride with the better team.
You got to stop saying that to me, Phil.
That's your line.
It's starting to piss me off because every time
now you know how I feel.
No, but every time, I agree with you. That's the difference. When you say I agree with you every time, but when I say it, it's a problem. That's my thing because you use something I use against you to me. And the difference between that is I'm agree with you and you every single time you disagree with me.
Hey,
so you got to stop saying that. Stop saying on paper because when I say that, it's a problem.
Now you got to start disagreeing though when I say it.
No, because it's the facts. It's the truth. On paper, they're the better team. It's like the Cowboys. On paper, are one of the best teams in the NFL, Dill. But you hate when I say that, and it's true. On paper, they got it. All right, Dill. I have 2 plays in this game, and one of them is my lock of the day, people. So fucking tune in right now. Give me the Boston Celtics money line, -120. Yeah, the road record concerns me a little bit, Dill, but they're just a better team, Dill. I think with Tatum and Brown being back in the lineup, and Marcus Smart. Remember, people, Marcus Smart missed a few weeks. I think month and a half, 2 months with that injury, Dill. He's back, reigning defensive player of the year. I think that adds much help to them, Dill. So give me Boston on the money line, -120. My lock of the day is Joel Embiid over 30.5 points, Dill. I think Joel Embiid gets you anywhere from 35, possibly in a 40 piece deal. If he gets a 40 piece, I think I'll move to Philly winning the game deal, but I think he goes well over 30.5.
All right, last 5 games for Embiid. He's gone over this 2 of the last 5 games, so he's 2-3. And then last time he's only hit this mark 1 time in the last 7 times versus the Boston. He hit this back in December. He dropped 41, but other than that, he had 25, 19, 26, and 28. His line's at 30.5. Think he's gonna go off tonight, huh?
Yeah, I think it's a statement game. We saw last time I said Embiid is gonna have a statement game. We saw what he did to Denver and the Joker deal. So right. I think this is another one. Remember, I think they only have game and a half, 2 games.
Game and a half, yep.
So you win this game, you win another one. Hey, you might be the first seed. Who knows? But I think 76ers, and they're coming off a great comeback win against Memphis too. So, now I'm leaning more towards Philly money line, but I still like Boston to win this game. Give me Embiid over.
All right, let's go to the last game on the slate. Utah Jazz hosting the San Antonio Spurs. Well, here we go. Utah minus 9.5 as a favorite. Over under 241. Damn, that's a high number. Yeah, they don't play defense. Other than that, no real injuries or people out, but you can't back San Antonio, right? 1-9 in their last 10, 10-20 on the road. But
they're 0-10. They lost 10 straight.
Oh, they lost. Yeah, they lost last.
I think
2 nights ago.
I think they're like 1 out of the last 12, something like that.
Oh man,
they lost 10
and they're
straight.
not even covering too. The last time they covered was February 13th against the Cavs. They were plus 16, and they barely covered that. But but we can't back Utah as a favorite, right? What do we do here?
Yo, give me San Antonio Spurs plus 10. And I'll be honest, people. You heard it here first. I think we got to sprinkle something on the money line at plus 350. I think the streak ends now. I think the Spurs walk into Utah and possibly sneaks one out. I'm going to take the plus 10 in my pocket. It's at 9.5 already. You see where the line is moving, people. Telling you right now, sprinkle something on the money line at plus 350.
You're literally just picking your balls up and putting them on the table. Money line.
Literally just slapping them right on the table.
Wow. I fucking respect it, though. So, Elvis, good luck on the hardwood. Hopefully we have another profitable weekend. But let's get on over to the gridiron. It's nice to watch some football. I know XFL is back, and it's not the best competition, but I kind of like the rules. I like the instant replay. It's a little
entertaining.
Different.
It's entertaining. Like when I watched it last week, though, I was like, you know what? Let me give it a chance. Because last year I didn't watch. I don't think I watched more than 30 seconds of XFL, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna lay down. And I'm going to really stare at the TV and see what's going on. And Dill, I kind of liked what I saw, Dill.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. The talent level isn't there. The enthusiasm isn't there. But it's entertaining to watch, Dill. And they'll make a play or two here and there. And I like the transparency with the officials, with the with the players. They get interviewed right after a huge play or something like that. So I kind of enjoy those things, Dill. Definitely, is appeasing to the fans. I think they do everything they can to attract fans, though, and I appreciate little things like that. They want the fans to be interactive, to see what's going on behind the scenes, and I think the XFL is kind of going that direction and showing us. So I appreciate those things, and hopefully moving forward, I could just get in tune with it. Actually, all right, this team is this because I'm flying blind right now, Dill. So
same.
I just want to get in tune with it. I'm gonna have some plays for you people.
Did you adopt a team? I adopted a team, but they
lost. Not yet. I like off the rip. I love the Roughnecks because the name. So we just going off their names. I might have to be a Houston fan, Dale, because the Roughnecks got it. So right now it's an early lean with the Roughnecks.
I like, even though they're 0-2, I'm a Seattle Sea Dragons. That name is the best name, I think.
Nah,
Seattle Sea Dragons.
Houston Roughnecks.
What else? They got the something Vipers. They got DC Defenders, who we'll talk about. The St. Louis Battlehawks. They got fire names, though,
the
right?
Battlehawks is tough. Orlando Guardians.
Yeah.
And then the Defenders. like Vegas Vipers, that's cool. But early favorite team right now, though, has to be the Roughnecks.
Yeah.
If
So
somebody asks me, "Oh, you rock with them fucking Roughnecks, boy?"
the Roughnecks, Houston Roughnecks. Hey, but they are 1-0. They're looking for
Come
start
on,
two
let's
and
go 2-0,
0.
man.
Hey,
We're
that
running it
might
back.
be your
What?
team.
I want to say the Super Bowl, but we're going to the championship game, man.
Hey, I took my Sea Dragons against St. Louis, but St. Louis upset my Sea Dragons on Thursday. So we got 3 games this weekend. We'll start with the one tonight. DC Defenders on the road taking on the Vegas Vipers. Vipers -3.5 at home. Over unders around 36. You got to play in this one.
Yo, give me DC plus 3.5 on the road, though. I expect it to be a nip and tuck game. I'm just going by what I saw last week, people. A lot of unders, a lot of close games, a lot of fourth quarter comebacks, and I like that deal. So I expect DC to be down and to possibly come back late in the fourth quarter, lose by 1 or 2. Hey, maybe 3. We get the push, people.
I agree. I think you hit it nail on the head. A lot of close games in week 1, week 2. I expect the same thing. They're still trying to figure it out. That's why I took the plus 3.5 as well. I also like the under 36. A lot of games went under the total in week 1. It's football season, and it wouldn't be football season if I didn't take an under. So I got to take the first game an under 36.5. So I'm doing that as well.
It's at 34.5, Dill.
Oh, it's at 34.5. So I got it. It's moving in my. I don't know if I would still play that. 34 is very
low. Yeah.
Because if you think about it, 22-14, you're sitting at what, 36? So
yeah.
I don't know. 34 is kind of pushing it. Maybe you want to go over, but I got it last night at 36. Let's go to the next game in Orlando. Should be a nice one in Orlando, but they are home puppies. San Antonio laying 3.5 on the road. Over unders at 37.5. You playing this one?
Give me Orlando plus 3.5 at home, Dill.
Gotta say dogs.
We going straight dogs there. We barking, Dill. We're gonna get the straight dogs in Orlando plus 3.5, Dill. I think they sneak out a victory, possibly the first one of the season, Dill. Give me the Guardians plus 3.5. And you know what? No, I'm not gonna sprinkle something on the money now. That'd be ill-advised of me. So I'm gonna sprinkle something on the plus 3.5, Dill.
I'm gonna go another under. That I think that's what I'm gonna do for all of these games. I'm just gonna take every under and DC Defenders. I'm gonna take the under 37.5. I don't want to do it. I gotta see more sample size, and I gotta see a lot of points until they start to prove me wrong. I'm gonna take every under, and hopefully we cash. But and then the last game, Arlington Renegades versus your Houston Roughnecks. Roughnecks laying 4.5 at home. Over unders 39.5. You got to back the Roughnecks, right?
I don't know, Dill. Plus 5.
Wow.
I don't know, Dill. I feel like in XFL -5 is a ton of points now. There's a ton of points, so we got to be careful. I'm gonna lean, the Roughnecks on the money line. I don't know if I'm gonna lay the 5. I'm not there yet, Dill. I'm not even sure if they're my favorite team yet, but I'm gonna lean the Roughnecks on the money line -200. Hey, if anything, you do the Miami Heat with the Roughnecks.
The Roughnecks, they have a good offense, and it looked like week 1 they probably had the best offenses, I think, which is why they're laying so many points as opposed to all these other teams. But I like their defense as well, and I think the Renegades defense, they can stop them, they can keep it close. I like to also add, even though I'm going to take the under 39.5, I'm also going to take first half unders because I think all the games are going to start off very slow. Quarter in, it's only 7-7. Need that. So as a footnote, I'm going to take all the unders today. I'm going to take the DC Defenders plus 3.5. I'll lay it. Since you don't want to lay, I'll lay the 4.5 with the Houston Renegades. And I'm also going to take every first half under as well. So I'm going to take all the unders, all the first half unders, and I'm taking DC Defenders, and I'm going to take Houston Renegades, and I'm going to do a little parlay. I'm going to do Houston. Let me get this.
Oh my God. You got a parlay.
Yeah, I got a parlay. Houston Roughnecks, I'm going to lay it 4.5. DC Defenders plus 3.5. You could take them straight up because I think they're going to beat Vegas Vipers. Pays out plus 249. Little parlay to get us going. And by the way, the last 2 games, the San Antonio versus Orlando, that's at Sunday, 4 o'clock, and then the Houston and Arlington is Sunday night. So we got a little Sunday night football action. And you would be happy if we're looking at futures, XFL, Houston Renegades are plus 350 to win the whole thing. Do you agree with that?
Houston Renegades or Houston Roughnecks still?
No, the Houston Roughnecks.
Yeah, you said Renegades.
Oh, my fault.
Yeah, I think you gotta sprinkle a little side on the plus 350 now. I think you have to now. You're the Roughnecks. We like that. We in Houston. You gotta come see us. Come on now.
They say everything's bigger in Texas.
And guess where the championship game is at, Dale? In San Antonio at the Metrodome. At the Metrodome. So it's gonna be a home crowd event, man. It's gonna be a home crowd event.
And they're gonna fit everybody. Come on, come.
They fit 80,000.
Easy.
I don't know if they're gonna sell 80,000, but shit.
Wow, I can't wait. I'm actually really pumped to watch some XFL. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know if I'm pumped, but I'm gonna definitely, watch it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna definitely watch it. I might like better.
Wow. Elvis, before we get up out of here, good episode. I want to say I'm going to the Devils game tonight with the fam, little fam thing. So, Devils, I got to take a -1.5 at home against the Flyers. Money line, we're -300.
Puck line, dude. Puck line.
Hey, puck line. That's what I'm doing. -1.5. New Jersey Devils at the Rock taking on the Philadelphia Flyers. Hopefully, I have a sign up
at the Dream Wager.
Yep, get all the publicity we can. But Elvis, any last words before we get up out of here, man? It was a good EP.
Let's just have a great week, Dill. I can't wait to see you next week, but let's just have a positive weekend so we can talk about it next week on the next show, Dill.
Can't wait. That's going to do it, Elvis. Thank you so much. That's going to do it for this Saturday edition of the Dream Wager on behalf of our sponsors, Prize Picks and Viva Tequila. Elvis, myself, we'll see you guys in a few days. So please follow us on our social media, Twitter and Instagram at the Dream Wager. You can find all of our episodes if you missed one, wherever you listen to podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, all that good stuff really helps the show grow tremendously. So be a friend, tell a friend. Everyone have a great few days. Good luck on your wagers, and we'll see you guys down the road. Peace.